YouTube. What's going on? This preacher. So, been back to work now for about 2 weeks. And how has it been going? Well, the first week was rough. I will say that. The first week was rough. And most of this week was rough. Especially Friday. I went up to New Jersey and went to the UPS facility up there in Jersey City. So I did that, and then I had to move 5 trailers to get to my trailer. So that was a lot of work for my shoulder. That was a lot of work. All that winding the thing and moving, and then I had to move, other company trailers just to get to my trailer. Because the yard people don't do that. So all the trailers could just be parked in the way. Then I had to move everything all out the way just to get to my trailer. So that was rough. So I had a rough night on that one. So, and then just getting used to the arm just hanging for long periods of time and things like that. So, but since then, today is a better day. So, I'm dealing with it. I got stuff. Oh no, that's just my gray hairs. I had so many little fuzz. I'm thinking that it's probably some stuff, some cotton or stuff and all in my beard and stuff. So it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good so far. I mean, you got to get back used to it, back into the swing of things. Still in pain, but not that much though. Not that much. I have more pain since it just been hanging. I've been using it, so it's more of, I did physical therapy, but it's still more of the arm. Just got to get used to all the movement and hanging and movement and driving with it. My arm up driving and things like that. So, but it's coming along slowly but surely. And then I got to get back into the backing again, so I had to do a couple pull-ups to get in my spot, but I got so used to not doing no pull-ups, just run out there to check, make sure everything all right, then I'm back on in. Now I'm back to, got to do like a pull-up or 2. The most I had to do was like 2 pull-ups to get in the spot, so, but that's normal. That's normal, especially since I haven't did it since August of last year, and getting back and doing it again, it's like, woo! And then I have a longer truck too, and the turn radius is not the same of the internationals and the Freightliner that I had before the international and stuff. But I did start off with the Kenworth when I first did start driving for Warner. I did have a Kenworth too, so I had to get back used to that turn radius of that. So that was going pretty good with the back end. And then I helped yesterday. I helped the dude back in. He wanted me to back his truck in with he had a flatbed, and it was a Volvo. So I helped him back into the spot, and I was just going to direct him. He's like, "No, you drive." I said, "Man, I can just show you when to turn and stuff." No, you drive. So I backed his truck in for him, and then the other people that was watching was like, "Thank you," because this guy he didn't know what he was doing. I was like, "So y'all ain't offer to help?" So y'all sitting here and watching the guy struggle to get inside the spot, and y'all ain't offer to help. But y'all sit here and watch it. 2 guys now. They said, "Well, thank you for helping him." Why did y'all help him? I don't understand that about people. If I see somebody struggling, man, you want some help? You need some guidance and things like that? Because I also learned a while back, I made a video about this Swift driver that I tried to help, and then he cussed me out like I was messing with him. I was just trying to help him because, he had a hard time doing it. And then even after I offered to help, it still took him like 10 minutes before he finally got it to get it back in there. And he cussed me out for asking him, "Do you need some help?" I was going to just help guide him, let him know where to turn and stuff like that. So, but this guy, he was like, yeah, help. I'm like, all right, cool. Then they, "No, you drive." I'm like, man, it's your truck, man. You supposed to be driving this your truck. Like, nah, you driving. Like, all right, man. So, you know, I swung his flatbed up in there for him and stuff. So the back end, it's getting back up to my level, to how I was, you know, things like this. Because the more you do it, the easier it is. You know, the type of angles. I still had to get out and see and make sure that my setup was correct before I start backing. But it was to a point where that I can pull up a certain way, and just by looking, I already could tell that I had it set up ready to go how I wanted. I got back to, like I, you know, tell my students or show my students, make sure your setup is correctly before you even start backing, because if your setup wrong, everything else is going to be wrong again. So, you know, I had to get back to the basics myself, coming back out here again, getting that mindset back to make sure I'm doing things right, make sure I don't hit nothing, hit nobody truck, and all this other particular stuff. You know, because I don't want to hit nobody's truck, and then I got to get used to parking at all these different truck stops at all these different times, because, you know, they'll block you in. You made it to a spot, and then they'll park like in front of you, so you can't even get out. It's like it's not even enough room for me to pull to turn my truck, and your truck is in the way. Then they look at you with attitude and say, "No, you're the one that's parked wrong. Why you getting an attitude with me? Because now it's time for me to go." You know, I've been doing a lot of night driving, so I've been leaving at like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. Like tonight, I'm going to leave about 9:30 tonight. But these trucks, it be so packed, they just pull in and just gonna stop anywhere. I'm like, man, you're a truck driver yourself. You can look at where you parking and look at the vehicles and trucks parked right in front of you. You know that that is not enough room for the person to pull out to even turn, because it's trucks right next. I mean, you're a trucker yourself. So are you really that inconsiderate that you can't find a place to park to where that you really won't be in the way? Talk about, well, I can't move my time gonna start if I move my truck. I said, well, your time can start if you move your truck, or I can go inside this in place and have you towed out of my way. You choose which one you want to do. Of course, you know, I'm getting called every name in the book, but I'm like, dude, you the one parked in front of all these trucks. I can't help that. If you see that these trucks was parked before you, obviously there's a great chance they got to leave before you leave, no matter how you look at it. So why even put yourself inside that predicament? You know, trip plan better. You know, I started looking for a place when I had 1 hour left to drive, and I started looking for a place, and I start off at the closest place, and then I go on from there. So that gives me enough time to at least make it to 3 different places to park it. You know, why you trying to just run? Just do what you can do within your time period. That's all you could do. I mean, I'm running 10 hours, 10 and a half hours, 10, 15. You know, I'm doing like 630, 640, 610 miles and things like that. I mean, do it right. You know, hold on. So I got to get back used to all these crazy truck drivers that act like they don't have no sense. I mean, seeing you park in the front of somebody, and then you want to get mad when they come knock on your truck for you to move. Talking about, well, I can't move. So you expect me to stay here until you move because you park wrong? And the no parking says no parking right there. I honestly told the dude, I said, listen, you got 2 choices. You can creep your truck enough so where I can squeeze and get up out of here and just pray that that thing don't click back on, or you can get towed and deal with your company, or if this is your truck, you deal with that tow fee or that boot fee. Those are your choices. You park wrong, you park wrong. But you know how some people are, man. I mean, truckers, we supposed to be out here helping each other out, and then it just seems like there are these truckers out here that don't care about none of that stuff. They're gonna do what they want to do regardless. They don't care unless it's them. Now if they the one need help, and now you doing something, you know, now they want to get all mad. You know, I'm like, dude, I mean, you can get mad at me. I don't care what you say. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You ain't gonna hit me. Like I tell people, all right, hit a man, you better be a man. hit a man, you better be a man. That's all I'm saying. 'Cause you ain't gonna hit me, so you ain't gonna do nothing but say words. But I'm 42 years old, man. Words don't hurt me no more. I'm past that point in my life. Now the old Joseph, maybe, the old Joseph, yeah. Before Jesus got me, yeah. He'll be on. But the new Joseph, that's different. Words ain't gonna hurt me. You ain't gonna do nothing but say words. And then you gonna call me every name in the book, under your breath, and when you get inside your truck and talk to all your other friends. You ain't gonna say it in front of my face. So I don't worry about that. I don't care what you say, you still need to move that truck. Anyway, but that's how it's been going on for me for the last 2 weeks since I've been out here. Going pretty good. Still in pain. Yeah, I'm still in pain. But hey, when the doctor say you ready to go back to work, when you on work comp, you got to go back to work. That's all to it. That's all to it. But yeah, still in pain though. Still in pain. And then it gets stiff too. It gets real stiff sometimes. Really stiff. So, all right, man. Y'all be careful out there. I see that there's still crazy people out there driving crazy, doing crazy things. And I was like, and then all this new technology we got with these trucks, I'm like, man, like this thing be like, you are going faster than the posted speed limit. Posted speed limit says 65, but the thing be reading 55. I'm like, the speed limit says 65, and then it be like saying 65 for 2-3 miles, and the thing still reporting him that you're supposed to be going 55. You're like, what is you? No, the speed limit is 65. You get inside the different zones, and it says during school hours speed limit 35, but the regular time is 45. Here it is Saturday, it's not school hours, but this thing yelling, hey, you going faster than the posted speed limit. You're like, man, this is a thing, and it just keep reading stuff, and then just keep saying stuff. It's like you start to get frustrated after a while about to turn this in volume down. It's like they got it set up with the GPS stuff on it, but at the same time, it's like it's not even reading it right. This thing be off. It be off. Or I'm going 60 and this thing reading I'm going 67. I'm like, why does this thing read I'm going 67 and I'm going 60 on my speed limit? I'm like, what is up with this thing? And then I think they said that if it goes on for a long period of time, with warning anyway, that it'll send the thing to safety like you're speeding, but you're not even speeding. This thing is not even reading this thing. That's my frustration. I'm sorry. I'm venting. The thing's already 13 minutes. All right, man. Y'all be safe out there.